All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you for the fifth time. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong this morning. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. It is Friday. It is 10, almost 10:30. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, enjoying going into our lovely weekend. The sun is out. Um, who could ask for more? Today's video du jour is half RPG related, half miniature related. So I'll put timestamps down in the doobly-doo. So if one or the other is not your cup of tea, you can skip ahead or whatever. So anyway, without further ado, today's video du jour is talking about skinny minis. For those that don't know, I am a subscriber. Pardon the noise, but Skinny Minis is a monthly crate that I get. Cost me about 20, I think it's $22, $21. And then what they do is previous months you get to vote on what miniatures you want to see in your little crate. You get about 12 to 16, 18 miniatures, depending on the size. Go back in the archives there and watch my review on the Kickstarter for Skinny Mini 1. Skinny Mini 2 should be shipping real soon. Should probably get those by the end of summer, if not sooner. And of course, summer's going to be here any minute. So it is a very sunny, gorgeous day outside. I think we're expected to have a high of 40 today. So that's pretty nice because last week we were all in the 20s. So it's pretty brutal. And we had 6 inches of snow 2 days ago. So, well, winter wonderland. Anyway, skinny minis. I can go on a rant about these guys. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I used to do their Dungeon Crate. If you've followed the channel for a while, I was doing reviews of Dungeon Crate. And I was never quite happy with them. Now, the actual product, the skinny mini product itself, I have no issue with. I really like them. Last month or the month before was owl bears, and so I got some really cool owl bears, and they have a front and a back. Hopefully you can see those okay. You can see there's a little tab on there where you put them into a little circle base for the appropriate size. Yeah, we got a lich dragon or a drago lich, whatever you want to call it. So there's been a bunch of cool minis. There's even a PC if you want to play an owlbear PC, if you got stats for that. So they come in all different sizes. Then of course I had of course I dropped one. They had a Victorian one, which I really wasn't interested in, but you can see there's a young lady, and she has a front and a back. So every month I get this crate. Cost me about $22. They're really great for your D&D games, especially if you're a traveling GM or dungeon master, whatever you want to call yourself. They're great. You can put them in a little binder like this. I would recommend you don't buy the binder from them. They want to charge like 20 bucks for a fucking $5 binder. This was like $10 on Amazon. It comes with a nice elastic strap. I'm sorry, that thing is washing me out. Let's do that. There's a little better. That window there, and I have no way to close it because this is a rental house and the landlord sucks. Actually, he's actually a pretty nice guy. I shouldn't say that. He doesn't want to put any money into the place until we move out, where he can jack up the rent and charge $2,000 a month, like the house next door. But anyway, you can buy this for, I think it's $10 or $12. They've actually raised the price on these, and I think it's just Amazon figuring out that people are going to pay more for these. But this is like a mini American Flex Folio by Ultimate Guard, and it's for like coins, but it fits the flat plastic miniatures perfectly, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying their solution. You can see it right there. You can see all the pages, and I've got a whole bunch. I did the first Skinny Mini Kickstarter. I got their cases, and I'll show you because I actually have one that I can show you. I don't drop everything on the floor. This is the Wave 1 case that they sent us. And you can see mine even got damaged a little bit in shipping. But it's magnetic. You can kind of hear it. It's magnetic. And then there's what they look like. They have this little flap on them. It's a pain in the ass to get the miniatures out of here. And it didn't come with nearly enough, sleeves. And then this design is just garbage because when you put any weight on it, it collapses. And yeah. So they've redesigned it. I don't know if the new cases are going to be any better. I'm not going to lie. I like the stylized S&M skinny minis on there, but as you can see, it's just trash. It's garbage. Um, but it's better than nothing. And until I found that other solution, which I came across on a forum or something, I think I was trolling YouTube and I saw it. Somebody had posted it, and I went, "Oh wow, that's really cool." And then so I bought that little case, and like I said, it works fantastic. So this month's Skinny Mini crate was, I think there were 12 miniatures in there, and it started from large and went down to medium and small. Do I have a small? I don't have a small. I think it just went down to small and medium. So, or large and medium. So here's like basically a gelatinous cube. And the cool part is you can see there's a body in there. But if you turn it over on the backside, you don't see you can only see like a shadow of the body. So really, I mean, and look, I mean, it's that thick. So you can put a bunch of these in your binder. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. You can put a bunch of these in your binder for your GMing session, what you think you're going to need. Here's a black pudding, zombie pudding, or whatever they call it. So, you can see the tab. So quality's really good. The image doesn't scratch off. They hold up really well. I mean, you can hear they're pretty solid. They're hard to break. I haven't had one break on me yet. Um, and these are a little bit sturdier than the flat plastic miniatures by Arc Knight Press. Those are great as well, and I had a bunch of those. I gave them to my buddy Bobby, who was a budding GM. He was just starting to GM Pathfinder, and he didn't have any miniatures or anything. So I gave him all of my flat plastic miniatures from Arc Knight Publishing. I like those just as well. I like these a little better. They do cost more, but the Arc Knight ones aren't much cheaper than this anyway. So I figured for the quality upgrade, it was worth it. The Arc Knight ones are perfectly acceptable. They don't scratch either. They do. The only thing is they're on like an acetate or something, or some sort of film, and they do discolor after a little bit of time. And I tried keeping them out of the sun and everything. They stayed in a Ziploc bag, and they were in my backpack. They do, I guess, just the oxygen causes them to discolor a little bit. So that is the only downside to them. If these don't discolor, you can write on them. So they're pretty fantastic. And like I said, I really like that gelatinous cube, or whatever they're calling it. Chromatic cube is what they're calling it. And I guess maybe because of WotC, they can't use gelatinous. I don't know. So the other thing you get in the box when you do this subscription order is you get 5e cards. Now, if anybody from Skinny Mini watches this, please, please, for the love of God, do like you do with your dungeon crates. Ask your customers, do they want 5e or do they want Pathfinder 2nd Edition? Those are the two biggest games on the block. Any of your OSR games, DCC, Castles and Crusades, can use these stat blocks for 5e. They're compatible. There's a little bit of conversion, a little bit of change you got to do, but it is nothing major. But for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, these are absolutely useless. I am a Pathfinder 2nd Edition GM. I'm a player as well. These are useless to me. This is a waste of cardboard, which means you're going to have to raise your prices eventually, because paper is a finite resource as well. Save money. Don't even put these in here if customers don't want them. I mean, I know you're doing it as an added value, but for the cost you're charging and for shipping you're charging, you could take these out. I mean, this weighs a couple, ounce or two, so it may save on shipping, in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. I don't care. But this is useless to me. All I'm going to do is throw this in the recycle bin. Give me Pathfinder 2nd Edition stat cards. That would be more useful to me, and I would consider it value added. As it stands right now, I think the price point is slightly too high. I'd like to see this at maybe $17, including shipping out the door. Would be worth it for what I get. As it is right now, I don't think it's worth it. I'm probably pretty sure that once I get my Wave 2 Skinny Minis, I'll stop subscribing, because it's like $22 a month, and I just don't think the value is there. That's me. Your mileage may vary. If you're a 5e GM, then these are fantastic for you. But like I said, for me, they are useless. They're just going to go in the recycle bin. I have no use for them. So if you're a follower of Mr.Mean, better yet, if you're a Patreon, go ahead and subscribe via Patreon. It's $5 a month, and subscribe to Patreon and send me a message. I'll send these to you. Or if you're a current Patreon member, let me know if you want them and I'll send them to you. I have no use for them. They are useless to me. So that being said, I do like the skinny minis. I also like the flat plastic miniatures from Arknight. I just feel that the skinny minis were slightly better quality. They didn't discolor like the flat plastic miniatures did. So enough rambling on about that. Like I said, it's a love-hate relationship. They screwed up my Dungeon in a Box so much that it made me so mad that I almost didn't back the second Kickstarter. The only reason I chose to back it is they were making available some really cool miniatures that I wanted. And the nice part is when you back the Kickstarter, you get to go in and pick the sets you want. And so I was able to pick the things that I thought as a game master I would use a lot. And so, like I said, pretty cool, pretty happy about that, but I don't think I'll back anymore. I think I have enough miniatures now that I can make do with what I want. So I'm not quite sure. I may keep the subscription, but I only see the price going up. I don't see it going down. Let me put it that way. So if they raise the price, I'll tell you right now, I'm out. I don't think it's worth anything more than, I think $22 that includes shipping is too much. Uh, so if they raise it above that, I mean, even if it goes up to 25, I'm bouncing. I'm out. I just don't think it's not worth enough value for me. And I'm not GMing right now an in-house game where I can use these. The games I'm GMing are all on Foundry, and so these are useless to me. So I'm just collecting stuff that I can't use. And not that necessarily that's a bad thing. Hopefully I'll go back to GMing in-person games and going to conventions this summer and into the fall of later this year. And I'll be able to use them because, like I said, with that little uh, case there, I can take the miniatures I absolutely need and leave everything else behind. So that being said, your mileage may vary. I would say, if you can find a discount code, 10% off or whatever, sign up, join it, see what you think, check out the quality for yourself. Maybe do a Dungeon in a Box if you're a 5e GM. They have a full campaign. I will say the nice thing that they do is everything, if you're a subscriber, once you subscribe to Dungeon in a Box, you can go online, you can download everything previously that's come out. So all the PDFs and everything, the VTT maps and everything that they have. You can download all of that and you can use it. So you could subscribe for a month, download everything, and then quit. And your files, you'd still be able to use those files and have access to them once you download them to your computer. So that's being said, we'll stop this part of the video here. We're at 13 minutes. And the next thing we're going to talk about is miniature related. So like I said, flat plastic miniatures, they're cool. I do like them. I just think they're slightly overpriced and I think their customer service needs some work. Your mileage may vary. If you're perfectly happy with them, that's fine. That's all that matters. I watch a lot of videos on miniature painting. I paint miniatures. In fact, I just got my pole mark and my hoplites in the mail for Conquest. I got last Sunday, I got to go to Level Up, the local game store over in Superior, and I got to play a skirmish game of First Blood, which is the skirmish rules for Conquest, the last argument of kings. And I loved it. This is a resin model. It is beautiful. I did take it out of here and look at it. I haven't put it together yet. Today I wanted to devote to doing a video and doing I want to change one of my monitors on my screen, on my computer. So I'm going to pull this 32-inch monitor off and put a curved monitor on. But that being said, I do a lot of dry brushing. I like the slap chop method. And so I put in an order with Artis Opus, and it came in yesterday. And those of you that follow me on Discord or Facebook know that I posted that I got it. And so I wanted to just I've already unboxed everything, but I just wanted to show you guys what I got. I kind of wish I would have did a little more research, because after I pulled the trigger and I made the order, then of course, as it always works, I found a lot of reviews talking about this stuff is either it's garbage or it's severely overpriced, or it's not worth the bang for the buck, that kind of thing. And I mean, this was not cheap. This was $100. I mean, I dropped $100 to get a free pen. They didn't even send me a sticker. I would have loved a sticker. I mean, Jesus Christ, when you subscribe to Mr.Mean, you get a sticker if you're a Patreon. Hint, hint. become a Patreon, help the channel. But you know, a nice little pen. I mean, you know, it's nothing. It's a cheap pen that they got from some outsource. So I did order the Series D Artis Opus brush. I haven't used these yet. I'm going to hopefully try to get some paint down this weekend on my Conquest guys. I also have a Nurgle Blood Bowl team from Grebo Miniatures and their Grebonite. Super excited for those. I want to paint those up. I don't know if I'll get to too much painting this weekend. I would like to, since it's my 3-day weekend. And today is Friday. I'm off today. So I would like to get it. But I will say, I also ordered the Series D paint set, and we'll open this up in a minute. It comes in this nice little wooden box. This came from Great Britain, so it's nice. The thing I was intrigued with, and I did watch a lot of the Artis Opus videos on dry brushing, and their technique that they use for dry brushing, I think, is very unique. So this is just a like a press board or cardboard, I'm not quite sure, but it's a textured painting surface. And the point of this is it's very rough and texture. It's got high and low spots, and you're supposed to get paint on your dry brush, and instead of wiping it on a paper towel, you wipe it on here. And then you can also put paint on here. It's somewhat absorbent is the way I understand it, so it should last for quite a long time. And the point is you can put paint on here, and you can kind of see how it'll work on like the raised surfaces and stuff. I will say so far, I love the grip of the brush. It's kind of beveled out. It fits my hand really well, you know, when you're dry brushing and stuff. So this is the Series D medium-sized brush. It does not come in the kit. If you want this brush, you have to buy it separately. But of course, the presentation quality, I will say, is top-notch. You get a nice case. This is just a little piece of foam in here. It tells you how to take care and use your Artis Opus brushes, which I haven't had a chance to read. And then of course it's engraved with the Artis Opus logo, and it says www.artis-opus.com. So this kit right here, I think was 70-80 bucks. It does come with a little tiny little thing. God, I can't get it out. A little tiny thing of their brush cleaner, which it looks just like the soap brush that I have over there. And it does come, this is part of their dry brushing system. So they recommend these brushes. And you can see this one is slightly smaller than the Series D, the larger brush I have. But this is, this is funny. This is marketing, and boy, did they catch me hook, line, and sinker. I will say the presentation quality is nice. It's a little wooden top with, it's basically just a little glass vial with a sponge in it. And the point is you get this damp, not soaking wet, not a whole bunch of water in here. You just get it damp. And the point is as you're dry brushing, you feel that your paint is, you know, kind of running out, although you're pretty sure you got, how do I put this? When you dry brush, you want as little, you want the paint to only go in the raised areas or the areas where you're trying to put it, like edges and stuff like that. And so the point is sometimes your paint, because there's so little paint on the brush, it starts to dry. It doesn't mean that there's not any paint on there. It just means that it's starting to dry out. And so now you have to press harder, you know, on the surface that you're trying to dry brush. And the problem therein lies is you may put paint in spaces you don't want. Because obviously the more harder you push and stuff, the less control you're going to have. So their theory is, and it, from what I can tell, it does work. I haven't tried it myself, is a little bit of water, and you just dab your brush, the bristles of your brush on there to kind of reactivate the paint. And then you just give it a little, you know, swish there or on the dry brush palette, and then you're able to go back to dry brushing as normal. So it's a neat concept. I mean, I think I paid a lot of money to be able to do this. So I'm excited for it though. I'm not, I don't feel at this point that I've been ripped off. I think if it was that bad, there would be tons of people and they would be out of business. I mean, because the gaming community is pretty vocal. And so if this was garbage or it didn't work well or whatever, people, you know, I'm just a little miffed that I didn't see it, because to be honest, this is my current dry brush. It is a makeup brush from ELF, ELF. I bought it at Target for like, I bought a pack. It's put, I don't know where the pack is right now, but I bought a pack for, oh, it's right here. I bought a pack, so I got 5 brushes for I think $12. These brushes, all said and done, were $100. So you do the math there. I think I don't want to say I got ripped off. I do believe, like with anything, if it's good quality and you use it, then it's not a rip off, right? I mean, but to be honest, this brush is a good 8 months old. I've been using it quite a bit, and you can see it looks wonderful. There's nothing wrong with it. So I would like to see how these hold up. Some of the reviews I saw, they do not hold up very well. I can see one bristle's already frayed out. Um, but you know, it's not the end of the world. A little pair of snips, take that right off. It may even reform when I get it wet. The whole point with dry brushing, though, is you don't want to get it up into the ferrule. This is the ferrule, and you don't want to get paint up in there if you can avoid it. So you're just supposed to really work on the tip of the brush, and you can see it is beveled, so you should be able to you know, to keep it to where you can't. And you can even put paint on here and just, you know, slightly get a little corner or whatever, you know, and dab it, and then you dap your water in and, you know, play with it. So I'm excited to try the technique out and see how it works. I do like slap chop method. I do think it's a good method for me, because I don't have a lot of time to paint. So the quicker I can get my miniatures to the board and play with them, the better. So I'm excited to give it a whirl. I don't think I'm going to get any painting done today. I don't have time. I have some other things to do. But maybe tomorrow or Sunday, like when the family's down for a nap, I will work on this. Pardon me, I have a frog in my throat. So I'm super excited. So I hope you guys, you know, what's your thoughts on Artis Opus? Have you bought anything from them? Do you feel it's worth it? Do you think it's overpriced? I'm going to tell you right now, out the gate, I thought it's a little overpriced. After I started watching a bunch of different videos on it now, and you know, one or two people's opinions is just that. But when I started looking into it and I saw a lot of people, I mean, I must have found 30 videos that said, "Don't buy these. It's a waste of money." Um, I don't think anything is truly a waste of money if you find value in it and it fits your style of working, painting, playing, whatever it is. Um, so with that being said, I'm eager to give them a try, check them out, see how well I like them. And you know, hopefully it all works out and I'm happy with it. And then I won't feel bad. Like I said, presentation quality is awesome. They did have a number of different styles of these dry paint palettes you could get. I just went with the simple one. I could have sent them my channel logo. The price was a little bit more, but I could have sent them my channel logo, um, and they would have put it, so they would have put this on here for me. And I thought, wow, that would have been super cool. And Artis Opus, if you're watching and you want to do that, please, I'll pimp the shit out of it. But you know, I love my channel logo. It's pretty awesome. And Cythane, the gentleman who made it, is amazing. Um, and I'm very happy to have it. But yeah, so I got the Artis Opus Series D and the dry brush mat. I will give them a try. I will check them out, and I will definitely report back to you. I do have the camera arm. I want to set up the extra camera. Thank you again, Mike, for sending that to me. I am going to set it up, and I want to start painting some miniatures on stream. I think that would be fun. So I guess that's really about it. A little housekeeping. As always, like and subscribe. Help grow the Meanie Army, the Horde. You guys rock. There is no me without you. So thanks for all of your support. Patreon is $5 a month, and that gets you access to Discord, gets you first dip into any games I run on Foundry, or sometimes we just run via Discord. We're running Legends of the Five Rings right now. We have another session this coming Monday. I'm actually thinking I'm going to run the new Imperium Maledictum, or whatever it's called, from Cubicle 7 for Warhammer 40,000. It's brand new. The PDF is out. The book will be shipping later this year towards the end of the quarter four 2023, I believe, is the estimated time of shipping. But the PDF is available now, and I have it, and I got to tell you, I'm really enjoying what I'm reading. So with that being said, and no further ado, I've begged you for money. I've begged you for support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get notified when I post new videos. I try to do one video a week. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer, But you know, there it is. Patreons get, like I said, get free shit. I just sent the spell book from uh, forgot who makes it. Spellguard or something like that. But anyway, go on a Discord. You can look and see. G Kanks won that, and I did a raffle. I have a random number generator, and I put in how many Patreons I have, and it tells me who won. So G Kanks was the winner. So anyway, I hope everyone is well. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. As always, peace and hair grease. And remember, as always, be nice.